You ain't gonna discover a big booty Latinx dominatrix girl sitting in your room all day. Although me personally, I lean more towards white women. I like those mature white MILF doms. My name is Louis Angel, and today we're gonna be teaching you how to hire a dominatrix. If you don't know me, I run a self-improvement channel geared towards feminine men, emotional men, sensitive men, femboy. I was about to say women, but no, femboys. Anyone who doesn't fit that category is still welcome. And I was having a thought the other day that all throughout my college experience, I considered seeing a dominatrix. And I did the searches, but there were hardly any in my area. They were all in like Florida or California, some literally other states, any other state but mine. The closest would be in New York, and those were like extremely expensive. And it occurred to me the other day, whenever I was done with my search, I was always like, no, I don't have that much money. It'd be a waste to spend that much money on this. I should just wait until I meet a girl. And now now that I'm like 25 and working, I realize it would have been much better. So listen to what I'm about to say, because it will save you years of experience. It would have been much better if I had been working a job at that time so that I had more money, so that I could have spent it on the experience. Even if it was a lot, at least it would have been an experience. If it had been disappointing and a waste of money, at least I could have gotten it out of my mind, and it wouldn't have stayed on my mind all that time. Because here's the thing, I haven't had experience with that many women, so still in my mind is like, maybe I should see a dominatrix, maybe I should see a dominatrix. Like, that's still on my mind. Whereas if I had been working even a minimum wage job, saved up money, and most expensive case scenario, gone out on a plane ride to Florida and booked a hotel just to see this one dominatrix instead of going to New York, even if it was the most disappointing experience imaginable and a waste of money, it would have still gotten the experience out of my mind. Like, okay, finally, we've dealt with that. I don't need to deal with that any longer. Like YouTube. For years, for literal years in college, I was thinking, I don't know if I can do this and school at the same time. I should really take a break, take a semester off to just focus on YouTube. And then I did that. I did that over the summer and most of the fall semester. And after doing that, it's out of my mind. I don't even want to consider taking a semester off until I see results, like bigger results from YouTube. I've gotten it out of my mind. Like, yeah, it didn't end up being, I didn't get the results like that were ideal, but I did it. It's out of my mind. And of course, this is all basically telling you should get a job, but so that you're not just studying full time, but it's giving you another little carrot to dangle in front of that. Because here's the real reason why you should get a job, and it's just because it exposes you to life and makes you a more mature adult. Because especially if you're in community college. If you're going to a 4-year residential college and you're actually living there, okay, granted, you're away from your parents. They're not cooking for you anymore. I mean, you're not cooking yourself. You probably have the dining halls unless you're living in an apartment. Then you have to cook for yourself. You have to do your own laundry. You have to make your own bed. You have to do a lot of stuff yourself. And you're joining extracurricular clubs, hopefully getting out of your shell. So it is a better experience than just a community college. The thing, I'm not knocking on community colleges. They're good for the price. I went to one. The thing is, if you go to a community college and you don't get a job in that time, even working at the community college is fine. And if you don't get a job or try to join clubs and try to get out of your shell, you actually kind of regress, because in high school, you were at least social to a certain degree because you talked to people in your class and like made friends outside of class, hopefully, and maybe you played like some sports. But in community college, there's not the same expectation to go to extracurriculars. There's not the same expectation to socialize with people. You don't really have the same people in any class. In high school, you have like the same people recurring throughout classes. Not so in community college. Like, it's just so much harder to stay social. If you don't make the genuine effort to be an adult and maybe like move out of your parents' house, get a job, you might actually regress for all that time, as I did. So getting a job is important because it gives you base levels. It forces you to acquire base level skills, even more so moving out. I pair the two because you kind of can't move out without a job unless your parents are paying for the whole thing, which is like, yeah, that's still better than living with them, but like, it's kind of weird. So yes, get a job. It will help you mature. You can move out. You will be forced to take the bus for a bit. You'll be forced to buy your own car, which is a good experience in saving money. You will be forced to cook your own food, which is a valuable skill that girls appreciate. You'll be forced to keep yourself clean, keep yourself accountable. Moving in with a friend is nice. And to top it all off, after you buy a car and after you make sure the rent payments are good, you will have disposable income. One, to put towards business and education and other stuff. That's the more important stuff. But you can see a dominatrix. The closest dominatrix to you. And even if it's a bad experience, at least you got it out of your system. So, yeah, those are some thoughts I had recently. The recycle bin just fell. I should go pick it up. Very windy today. So yeah, this video was basically tricking you into self-improvement with dominatrices. I hope you learned something from this video, and remember, it's not learning if your behavior doesn't change. See you around.